Cool. You there?
Hi there. Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor. I was wondering, how has your experience as a photographer changed since people now know your name and your face? And instead of having to approach people, do you have people approaching you? And do you have any funny stories?
It happens a lot. I kind of made it public on the blog a while ago that you can't ask to have your photo taken. That kind of, the whole thing about Humans of New York is portraying people in kind of like an honest moment. Because social media, one of the reasons that so many of my friends and my family had a hard time believing that anything was going to come of Humans of New York is that social media is full of pictures of people. Oh, you're going to take pictures of people and put them on Facebook. That's a great idea. You know what I mean? That's nothing but pictures of people. But, what it is it's pictures of people that weren't looking to be photographed. That's the power of it. Because it's not stage managed. It's not, look at me at the rainforest, look at me holding all these African babies in Ghana. Look, I know there's somebody in here with that profile picture right now. And so it's like, when people come up wanting to be on the blog, it kind of brings that energy into it, Because the moment anything smacks of being like stage managed, that's when I run away from it. Because remember, the first question's always like, oh, be optimistic, seize the day. That's a very stage managed response. And so, I always say that, you can't approach me and photograph me. Now, I do have happen more and more and more. The people know the blog when I interview them. Sometimes it hinders the process, and other times it doesn't. And when it does, it's just like I can tell the people cannot get in the moment with me. They can't have a conversation with me. Like everything is running through the filter of imagining it on the blog that night, and just nothing feels authentic, nothing feels real, nothing feels off the cuff. And then I kind of start to wrap it up and say, that's if. About half the photos go on the blog. If yours don't show up, you can send me an email. I'll send it to you. That's not a good thing to hear if you want to be on the blog. And it's just. But with that being said, I have approached people that have ended up being the biggest fans of the blog in the world, and then when I start talking to them, it just becomes me and them having a conversation. And that's when I really start to get to the gold, where suddenly it starts out as a guy with a camera conducting an interview. And then after about 2 minutes, it's just two people kind of having a natural conversation. Like, really? She said that to you? Like, it's not like, oh, checking questions off the list. It's me like, wait a second, back up. This happened? But what about this guy? You said, and it's just like me talking with people. And that's sometimes very hard to slip into when people are big fans of the blog. Yeah.
Okay, maybe one from the back? In the pink?
How's your approach and experience different with little kids?
Good question. It's very different. I surprisingly, everybody's like, how do you get pictures of little kids? How do you get pictures of little kids? I actually, a lot of adult photographers, because they just they feel like a creep if they photograph a little kid. And so they honestly, that's one of the main questions I get. It's like, how the heck do you do it? And I actually have better success getting pictures of little kids than adults, because I found that parents will throw their kids in front of a camera, even if they're afraid. But the way I do it is I will walk up and I will not even acknowledge the child. I won't make eye contact. I won't talk to them or anything. I'll just walk up and it's an exchange between two adults. And I won't even look at that. I say, is there any way I can photograph your daughter? I run a very popular website. And I go straight into the explanation with the kids. Yeah. You got nothing to gain from just being dude with camera when you're asking to photograph a child. And then I immediately pull it out and I'll take, kind of maybe show them a couple micro fashion pics. And yeah, you'd be surprised. It's almost, they say yes more than if I was just asking for them. But a lot of times the parents are like, you can take a picture of them, not me. Them, not me. Yeah, so that's how I do it.